Welcome to Dwayne's World, another beautiful episode, and I'm here with my friend Zeph, the amazing
Hello.
artist. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I was saying earlier, I was very nervous to ask you about this, and I was scared that you wasn't going to do it, and I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much.
I'm honored. I don't know why you would be scared. I'm like probably the most approachable person on the
Well,
internet.
you're like the most gangster person on the internet,
mm,
honestly.
define gangster.
Like you, if it's okay, I feel like your tweets are like the most gangster things I see every day. It's really inspiring, honestly.
Fine.
It's really, really good. You like literally say what you want.
Yeah,
It's so free.
it's nice to just because that's like where I like to just because Instagram. I feel like I'm so like I have such a like a calculated image there, but on Twitter I can
Understand?
say whatever I want.
It's so fire. I know I've like hit you on DMs and been like, yo, you're crazy. Like I don't know, man. I'm just living through you as far as Twitter goes. Cause I'm like scared to get on there sometimes. Every time I get on there or Instagram,
I
I'm
know I
just like,
haven't seen you on there that recently.
it's a scary place to me. I've been trying to take care of my mental health.
That's
Honestly,
good.
yeah.
We love that for you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like do you really not like you just don't see it that way as far as Twitter? Like when you get on there, you're just like, I'm gonna just say whatever and
It's
just
like
let it be.
it's like my home
Okay.
field. I don't
Understand.
know. It's just like feels natural to me to just like overshare there.
Got you. Yeah. But I feel like people receive it really, really well. It's hard. It's really, really hard to me.
Also, I'm like scared if anyone sees my nails, they're like yellow because my hair is orange and I was washing the dye out of my hair and now my nails are yellow. That's my explanation.
My nails are also a little jacked. I need to get them together. They're not that cute right now. But I still feel good. Also, I want to say thank you for coming to the
Thank
show,
you for
to the last
having
show of the
me.
tour. This is also the first
Oh, for
episode
the
back.
show of the
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah, well, thank you for the day too, but like thank you for coming. It was really cool to see you there, and I was excited. And I feel like LA was the best show.
It
It was
was
just
really
really,
good. You were
yeah.
really, I was like, wow, that's crazy. I was like taking notes, because like my stage presence is like non existent. So I was like, how? I was trying to learn. I was trying. You
Are
were
you?
like full on rock star mode. I was like, that's crazy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I also, when you said that to me, I was like, I love your stage presence though.
No,
I do. Like, it's just
I'm so awkward.
no, bro. It's like you're a vibe though. That's the thing is, I feel
Mm-mm,
like you're
mm-mm.
just like, and then your moves are really cool too.
I just stand there
I got you.
because I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but that's good though.
No, it's not.
That's what I'm saying. I see people all the time. Like I went to a show last night and saw people. It's like you have different way of like expressing it and all that. That's all I would say. I think it's fire though.
You know what's funny? I feel like I was definitely not ready to be on stage, but Austin texted me. He was like, "Do you want to like open for a couple of the East
Yes.
Coast dates?" And I was like, "Maybe."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Send me your logo," and I was like,
Amazing.
"Okay." So I sent him my logo, and then like a couple days later, it's on the poster. I'm like, "Fuck!" Now I have to do it.
Love that. How many shows did you end up doing with him on that run?
I did 6 of the East Coast dates,
Okay.
and then they had me back for the 2 California dates.
Fire. And how was that? That was your first time really like
Yeah, that was my first time ever on a stage.
understand? Damn.
So I
His
literally,
crowds are wild too.
dude, the Brooklyn Steel was my first show ever. I wanted to cry. It was like, I literally had a panic attack before I got on stage because I was like, I cannot sing in front of 2,000 people right now.
I feel you.
Like, I didn't even like, I failed my speech class in college because I couldn't like stand in front of like 20 people and like say
Understand.
my speech. So I was like, I'm gonna die.
Bro.
But they were so nice.
And I feel like also same with the tweets, like I feel like and when I saw it, like I like received it in a really beautiful, even though like you say however you feel about it. But I thought it was like, I don't know, I think it's cool. And your music's so fire too.
Thank you.
So I just feel like it was able to be received like in your way. Like they're just like, hell yeah, this is what they're doing. So cool.
I'm just glad that they were like nice to me and were
Yeah.
like, oh, she's like bad. And I'm like, I know. Like,
No,
there
bro.
was one time though that they literally made me cry on stage. It was like the second Philly date, I think, for one of
Okay.
my songs. They were like, I could hear them singing it back to me, and they did the whole like the little hand wave thing.
Yes.
It wasn't even just like the front row; it was like the entire crowd. I was like,
Amazing.
oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Bro, that's why you gotta. I hope you tour more, man. I no for real, because those experiences are like so fire and really like just makes you remember and all that.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, they would bring me like cute little presents and stuff. I was like,
yes,
"Really?"
No, I feel like when you start to get that community, what you know, like they're so sincere when you can go out and see them, and the conversations, like especially just going off tour, the conversations I would have with kids and the gifts and all that stuff,
Hmm.
like it's so important. And I hope they like realize that we appreciate it just as much. Like that's why we be crying, and that's why we make music, period, because we're just emotional as hell, like a mess
Very
actually.
true.
Yeah, it's just like, oh no, this is why I'm doing this because I kind of would like for you to tell me that it makes you feel something, you know.
Also, it was so crazy, like being on tour for the first time because I have grown up being like a fangirl of
Hmm.
people. So like being on the other end of that, like walking past like the line outside and having people be like,
Yeah.
Zeph, and I'm like, what? Because
Right.
I would do that to like other
Of
people.
course.
Or like people would like have like full on breakdowns meeting me because they were like so nervous. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm literally just a person. But I'm like, oh my God, I've done this though.
Got
This
you.
is so wild.
Who would you say was like your first person that you were, or you can remember you were like fangirling about?
Well, that's a great question. One of the first people I remember like seeing in concert that I
Mhm.
met was Dodie, like Dodie
Oh,
Clark.
okay. I heard about. Oh,
She's
yeah,
literally
yeah.
one of the, like the reasons I started writing
Okay.
music.
Hmm.
And whenever I feel like uninspired, I'd watch like one of her videos and like write a song.
Okay.
And then another person's like Declan McKenna. There's like a really
I don't.
bad
I'm not
picture of
familiar
him.
with him actually. I don't think so.
I'm a huge fan,
Okay.
but there's like a really really awful picture of us really far back on my Instagram
Amazing.
because I talked to him for like 3 seconds and I was freaking out the whole time.
Yeah.
But that's like it's weird that like people do that with me now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Shit's changing, man. It's beautiful though. Cause I know you started early too, like with music, right?
Yeah. I started playing piano when I
Mhm.
was 3, and then I started
That's
producing, like,
insane.
on an iPad, my family iPad on, like, GarageBand or whatever when I was, like, 10 or 11, and then I only started singing in 2018, and that's when my first song came out.
Okay.
So,
Really? So
yeah, it's
you were
pretty
more like
recent.
producing, like,
Yeah, I was producing before I
damn.
was singing.
Okay.
So it's, like, crazy. It still, like, feels weird when people call me a singer because 'cause I'm like,
Understand.
I feel like I'm not. Like, I just started singing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I got really bad imposter syndrome. Do
I
you ever
feel
feel like
you.
that?
Mm,
It's good that you if you don't.
I don't think so.
That's good.
Yeah.
I get
I think I deal
really
with some
bad.
other things, but like, yeah, not that.
You know you're a star, which is good.
No, I just know. Nah, nah. That's really sweet, but I feel like I know I'm like the music's good
Yeah,
at least. I don't know.
that's the
I
thing.
hope that doesn't sound really weird to
It's
people.
like it's both for me because I know my music's
It's
good.
so fire, bro.
Thank you.
I was tapping in on the way here. I was just like,
Oh
this
my
just like, and
god.
that's why it makes that you playing keys since you were 3. I can feel that now. Like just the production about everything. It's just
Oh,
so it all is very cohesive. It makes sense.
thank you. Do you know
Yeah.
what? Like, it's because when I was 10, my dream job was to be a movie score composer,
Okay.
which is why I put like strings and like orchestras in all of my songs.
Yes.
And I've been literally, if I could somehow like hack into my like old iPad that's like dead now, but like find the old GarageBand files. Even back then, I was doing like whole string arrangements with like bells and stuff, and I was like 10.
Love it.
And it's so funny to me because I sometimes see people being like, "Oh, she's an industry plant," or like stuff like that,
What?
and I'm like, I've been doing this since longer than I knew what social media was.
Yeah.
Like they're like, "Oh, she was an influencer. She's just doing music now." I'm like, I have been doing music for like my entire life. I
Actually,
just
yeah.
haven't like posted it because I've been like nervous. And also I started like with drawings and stuff first.
Uh-huh.
So and that's what like I got my following off of was like drawings and art and painting.
Yeah, your art
So
is fire. I see. Like you're supposed to be like, oh, this is what I used to do and stuff. No, it's so good,
yeah,
man. I didn't
thank
know that though. I
you.
didn't know that's where it came from. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was really scared to like kind of rebrand because I got
Mhm.
really, really, really bad like burnout in the art block in like 2017. So I haven't really
Okay.
like been back into drawing since then. I'll like draw occasionally, but like it's like not my main thing anymore.
Understand.
So I that's when I first posted like a little snippet on Instagram of like a song, and I was like so nervous because I had never like people. Okay, another thing too, I was like mute until 8th grade, so I literally didn't talk to anyone outside my family or like my like 3 friends.
Okay.
So
Okay.
going from like being mute and having everyone know me as like never speaking to like singing in front of like thousands of people online
Oh.
was like so crazy. But then people were so nice about it, so I was like, oh, I thought everyone was gonna unfollow me because like I was here for your art,
Yeah,
but they like
understand.
stuck around, which is really nice. So like now I have like people who remember
That
me from like 2017, and they're like
understand.
are been with me through like everything, which is crazy because I feel like I I'm talking so much.
No, you're fine. I fucking love. Also, this is like the most I've heard you talk, which I was also excited for today. Sorry. No,
I feel
please.
like every time we see each other, we're like doing something. Like
No,
you're on
it's so
tour or we're like
quick.
doing a photo shoot.
Yeah,
It's
last
like,
time.
hi.
Yes, no, it's so quick, and I was like, I need to spend more time with him. Like, I need to spend more time with him. So please keep talking, please. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying.
Well, I think you're talking about how you
Oh
still have the
yeah.
fans and how they're still
Yeah.
here with.
Because I've been oversharing since 2017.
Yeah.
So people have seen me like get my driver's license, get my first
Understand.
job, like drop out of college, start like music. So like the real ones know that I was not an industry plant. They
Of
like know that I've
course.
like been through like all this to like get to this point.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's like it's very validating that I have like people that like can back me up like that.
Most definitely.
Or like who like have believed in me for so long. Also, like another thing that is really crazy to me, again with like the kind of like the switching, but from being I'm still a huge fangirl of like everybody.
Same.
Yeah,
Same.
it's like before anything, I'm a fangirl. But like how we were talking about how like I was like a huge fangirl, and then now people are like fanning over me, and I'm like, why? But like now,
Not why.
no, yeah, I literally don't understand it. It's crazy to me because I'm like I'm just some person.
I got you.
But like people that I used to fangirl over,
Mhm.
and like I would went back in my drawing days, like full circle. I'd like draw portraits of them and stuff, of, like fan art, and I'm like friends with these people.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's a crazy part.
how?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's good though. It's like, I mean, I feel like it makes sense if
So it's kinda wrong,
not to say like, but when you're talented or you do something or you're a creative period and you can get around those like-minded people, like I feel like it makes sense, but then we see them as such this. But
because I've been like
it's all the same.
a fan for so long, so
Yeah.
it's like hard to switch out of like the mindset of like, oh, we're friends now.
Yeah.
Because like I'll still like people like Alexander 23 and like Jeremy Zucker, like I'll like see them just like out casually, and I'll still like freak out, but they're like, why are you freaking out? Like
Yeah.
we
Like I
know each
love
other.
you. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. I'm
It's
like,
crazy because I'm like their biggest fans.
but I think it's no, for real. I think it's good to keep that energy though. Like you still doing your art, you're still doing what you
To
love.
stay humble.
Yeah, to stay humble. Like that's the best thing, man. And I feel like you can just get into more, good situations that way, so people don't think you're a dickhead just because you're talented.
Mhm.
Like I don't know, because those people that come into the room and you can just feel it and it's beautiful. I love that way more than a talented person coming and like, okay, I'm gonna get in here and like in the room and freak them out because I know that's what they're expecting or something like that. Like, it's kind of corny to me. So I say stay humble and fucking everybody I see that I love. I like, yeah. I get on my knees pretty much. I'm like, I love everything that you do. It's fucking awesome, and try to tell them as much as I can.
I will literally like cry when people follow me back. So I'm like, you have no idea how much like you inspire me. And stuff
So
like that.
real.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
honestly, even like I don't know if you saw yesterday, but like Demi Lovato posted
I
this
saw
song,
that.
and then she was like in her story singing to it, and I DM'd her like 10 times, just unashamedly. I was just like, what is this? And thank you. And I was just like, this is so weird. I was just like, it's so strange. And then like all of her fans on Twitter and all this type of stuff, like she had, I don't know, well, they have a huge, some type of following of just thousands of demi-bots.
Demi-bot.
And they were just like, Dwayne, yes. And I was like, cool, hi. Nice to meet you guys. It's just interesting though. But like to keep that energy for now, like, I don't know why they would know who I am, but I was still so grateful, and I hope I can meet them and say something nice. But also, I want to ask, what college did you go to? Because I know you're from the East Coast. Yeah. What
I
college
went
did you?
to
Oh,
a
I guess you didn't
community
stay. But,
college
okay, I understand.
for like not even a full year. Like I went for, there's like semesters, right?
Yeah.
I went for half of a semester, and I was like, I can't do this. So I like stopped going to classes, and I didn't tell my parents. But then I
Love
was like,
that.
I'll try harder next semester. So I went back the next semester. I went to classes for 2 weeks, and I was like, no, I can't. It's not for me. I can't do this. So then I just stopped going, and it was like I got really scared to tell my parents. Okay, so they didn't know that I like stopped going to classes because I would still drive to school. I just wouldn't go to
Badass.
class
Love
because
that.
I had like work study, which is like a job that I had to do on campus. So I would drive to school.
Did you get paid for that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fire.
Yeah. Except I hated it because it was like the only option I had was to work in the AV office. So
AV, what was that?
audio visual.
Okay.
Like we would like lend out like camera equipment, like mics, like podium, like stands, like stuff for classes. But I was just like a secretary. So I was like Pam from The Office, but I didn't even have a gym. So it was like boring. I would go to school, but I would sit in my car and like listen to music and just not go to class.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this anymore. Also, it started because I'm really socially like anxious and like awkward. So if I would miss one class because I was like mentally not well that day,
Understand? Yeah.
like the next day I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go to class. But then I was like, how am I gonna explain to the teacher that I wasn't there yesterday? And I was like, I don't want to do that. So then I wouldn't go again,
I feel
and it
you.
would just like
Keep on.
spiral. Yeah,
Mhm.
it like domino effect, and I was like, okay, I'm just never gonna go back.
I feel that. I didn't really go to school after high school. I think I went for like 2 weeks online, and
hmm
I maybe did like 2 classes, and I was just like, no.
That's the thing, though. I feel like for like creative people who already like are good at something and like know what they want to do, like
Yeah.
I feel like it's not necessary.
Yeah. It's just I agree with that too. I agree with that. Yeah, but it's fine though. It's like it's good. It's good for a lot of people.
hmm
But I want to ask from the East. I may be wrong on this, but are you from Maryland?
hmm
What city are you from in Maryland?
Ellicott City, nobody knows what that is.
Okay. Can I tell you I love Maryland so
Really?
I really do. All the time I've got to spend there has been really amazing and like just beautiful time. Like every like the 3 times that I've been have been like like moments that I won't forget.
Did you go there for like music or just like for fun?
I went there for tour. I've been there for tour, and then like we have my photographer Shy. He has friends that stay there, so we'll be with them. But like they just always take us out, or like um, I was on the Willow tour there. Like that was where we first started hanging out, and like I went to this club one night and was like on LSD, and it was like just some bar there, and it was just all kinds of people dancing and twerking and doing all type of jumps, and they were just having a good time. And I was like, I love Maryland. But it also has a vibe of like girls are different there. I remember this girl coming up to me and being like, she was saying that she thought I was attractive, but she said it in like a hood, like amazing mannish way, and it was awesome. And I was like, oh no, I'm okay, but thank you. Like she said, I forget what it was, but she just like looked me up and down. She was like 6'2" too, and was just like, you know,
6'2"?
she said something. I was like, I love Maryland. Like yeah, it's like really cool. It was like aggressive, but yeah, a good vibe.
I Maybe it's just because I lived there my whole life. I just think it's very boring. Like to live there, like there's not, at least in Ellicott City, there's like nothing
I
to
haven't heard of
do.
that. Other than I remember when I first met you. I think you had told me, yeah, because I think we were in DC when
Oh
when I played with
yeah,
water parks.
I forgot.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's why I first
we
met
like
you.
barely got to talk that
Oh,
time.
we barely. No, it
I
was
saw
like
you in the crowd after though, but I was like having like a panic attack, so I like couldn't move. I was staying in the crowd. I was like, because there's like people I've never seen people like crowd surf before. There's
yeah,
like so
that
many
show was
people.
crazy.
It was so good.
Yeah, but I do remember meeting you and you being like chill. I think I don't.
I was so nervous.
think
I
you
was
were
so
like
nervous that whole night.
yeah,
That's the first time I met like everybody. Like I
got
met
you.
like all of water parks for the first
hmm
time. I met like Daphne, who I now like live with, which is like
Got you.
crazy.
Damn, you guys stay together?
hmm
Aw, I love Daphne. So sweet.
Shout out
So
Daphne.
sweet. For real, for real. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I also want to ask about the city though. Like, was it like a big city or small or
It's like typical like suburban,
okay?
like cutesy little,
Like cute houses
nothing
and
to do. Yeah,
got you.
really nice library. That's about
Oh, that's
it.
fire.
My mom's a librarian.
Oh,
My dad's a pastor. So we were talking about my
come
tweets.
on, preacher kids.
Wait,
And
you
look at
too?
us. Of course,
Oh no
of
way!
course.
That's so funny.
That shit got me acting like this. No, I'm just kidding. I love my stepdad. He's great actually, but no, preacher
Shout
kids.
out
You get it.
religious trauma.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, so much religious trauma, bro. Honestly, it's insane. And I've been like breaking that down the past few
hmm
months. And like just when you go so many years of like that's what it is. And then you get older and you get more knowledge and you're just like, oh, that's not what it is maybe for me, and that's okay.
hmm
So that's so much religious trauma. I don't even want to get into that. But yeah, sorry.
No, I feel like I'm so different from my parents because, like, because I was homeschooled, but like
Okay.
I hated being homeschooled, so I convinced them to let me go to public school like sophomore year of high school. But I was like super sheltered,
hmm
so I had to like I learned everything basically from the internet, which is why like they're like so conservative, but I'm like completely the opposite
Understand.
because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the internet raised me. I don't know.
Talk about it.
I don't know what.
No, I just like I feel that. Sorry. That's all I meant by that. Sorry. I feel
Yeah.
you all the way. No,
But
that's hard though. Yeah, I mean, I did they support you though? Because clearly you've been doing music for a long time. So,
oh,
like, what were their vibe?
Yeah, I mean,
with it?
my mom was the one who forced me to go to piano lessons
Okay,
because she
cool.
saw me playing like little toy piano when I was 3. Okay, my earliest memory of all time is I had it when I was like 3.
Hmm.
I had a little toy piano
Okay.
and I didn't know what relative pitch was because I was 3, but
Fair.
I thought I made up a song and I was like, "Mom, come here."
Yeah.
And I was like so excited to show her the song that I made up. So I like played it for her. And she was
Okay.
like, this is like just kind of like summarizes the entire relationship that we have. She was like, "Oh, that's great, honey, but that's not, you didn't make that up. That's Mary Had a Little Lamb."
Mm,
And she wasn't even impressed that me as a 3-year-old figured out how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb by
yeah.
ear. She's just like, "You didn't make that song." And I was
Crazy.
like, okay.
Yeah.
But she did, after that day, she did start taking me to piano lessons, which is why I've been like playing
Okay.
since I was 3. Um, and that's where I learned music stuff, and now I'm here. So like, and I hated it in the beginning. Like I
Got
wanted to
you.
quit so bad, but I'm glad she forced me to go because now I have like a skill.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm sure you've thought about this too, but the fact that that was her response, I feel like you could have took that in so many directions. Like, all right, fuck this. Like, I'm never gonna do this again. But she was just like, that wasn't original, and you still were just. I mean, she still,
Mm,
had you go to the classes, and you still did it, and you, I think, like excelled
mm.
at it, bro. Like, I mean, also, I want to ask too on the production side. Do you see yourself producing for anybody, or
I
like
want
you want
to.
to do that?
My
Okay,
friends from like Maryland will ask me to like produce for them because I'm
yeah,
like the only person that they know that like does it.
understand.
But I'm like, that would be really cool because I feel like there's not that many like female producers out there.
Nah,
So I'm like,
nah,
I really, because that's like my favorite thing too, is like
yeah.
arranging and like picking sounds and stuff. Also, I just realized I didn't really answer your question about like my parents and stuff. So went on a tangent. I'm so like, I'm
No,
trying so hard to like stay in my train of thought.
no, you're
But
fine.
like basically they've been like not like encouraging me to like pursue it. They've just
Hmm.
been like, I mean, like you're good at it, so like keep, yeah, like they're very
Yeah.
sure.
Hmm.
They're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Um, but
Sometimes that's good enough. Like I feel like early on, like it could have been them being like, or no, just not encouraging you.
well,
But
definitely I understand like why they wouldn't, they'd be like scared for me to do that if I wasn't
mhm.
like had no other goal. I don't know. Like I was just like starting out, but when I dropped out of school and I told them, but
Mhm.
then I started like working and stuff. But then I quit my job because I was making, this is like all over the place. I quit my waitress
No.
job in 2019
Okay.
or 2020. I don't know. When my music, I realized that I was making more money off of my music than I was working 6 days a week at this job, and I was like, this makes no sense. And I was like, I should just at this point put my whole energy into like doing music because I like it and it's what I'm good at and what it's
Yeah.
like. So I think it's a very parental thing to like start believing you when you're making money.
I agree.
It's
I
like when
agree
you're financially stable, then you succeeded.
for sure.
So
It
they,
takes a hard time. It
yeah,
takes a long time for them. But also, I have to say, I've never heard one of my friends say that they were working and then also making music, and then the money from the music was more than what they were making.
really.
That is fucking fantastic to me. God damn, that is so gangster, bro. I would have also quit, but gee, yeah, that's I've never heard no one say that. That's
I think
so sick.
that's one of the things that like kind of helped with my imposter syndrome. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, people are actually listening, and I'm not
Yes,
just like talking to
for
nobody.
sure. Just like making money off music is already so hard enough. Like I was honestly, I feel like hopefully parents start to understand this or anyone who is on the outside, but like, I feel like any income from music is already succeeding. Like it's already just like because it's just hard. It's just
Mm.
like I feel like people don't really understand that part of it. Like it's just very hard to get in.
Oh, there's like a John Bellion lyric that I always think about.
Fucking love him.
I,
I fangirl
dude,
over him.
me
So he
too.
posted a live video
I
yesterday.
saw
I
that.
was like, this nigga ain't been on Twitter in years. I was like he's so
He's
fucking
so
good.
good. He's like one of
He's
my
so
biggest
great.
inspirations. Like I love.
Yes,
He's the reason I put like brass sections in my songs,
understand.
and like him, like Owl City, One
Hmm.
Republic, Coldplay, all like the like strings with like synths.
Yeah,
Like I love them.
yeah. No, big
But
same.
one of his lyrics is like, "There's a big difference between like being known and being
Hmm.
successful," which I like keep in mind a lot. So I'm like, there's a lot of different definitions of like successful, like
Of course.
not necessarily like making money off of things or like being famous. I'm like, if I can do music and people listen to it and I'm still happy with it and not like burning out,
Yes.
that's enough for me. Cause like
Agreed.
with the art thing, dude, I thought I was gonna be doing like art my whole life.
Mhm.
Like from when I was like and like little. When I was like 3, I was like drawing perfect circles on like the walls according to
you.
my parents. I was like drawing cartoon characters, like doing my own things and whatever. And then I was about to go to like art college
Okay.
too, but it was like too expensive, and I like didn't have, because I was homeschooled, I didn't have like enough like of a portfolio
Mhm.
to like get a scholarship or whatever. But like I thought my whole life was gonna be doing that. So like when I burned out, I was like, now what? Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, crazy backup plan. Not really backup though. You were like
I've been
just
doing
as
it my
dope
whole
and
life. I
doing your
just
thing.
never
Yeah.
expected it to like be my
Be the thing.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like never in my life. That's why. Sorry again. I feel like I'm talking so much, even
No,
though that's
you're
like the point of a podcast. But
yeah.
like,
No, you're fine. You are fine.
when I did my first ever like YouTube,
Mhm.
not YouTube, music video. When like my managers and stuff were like asking me, like they're like, "Do you have it? What are your music video ideas?" And I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh my god, I don't have any," because
Yeah.
I never even thought I would get to the point where I would need to make a music video.
Understand. Yeah.
Because like up until this point, I like make my little like anime videos.
Yeah.
Because I
Which I love, by the way.
thank you. I hate the way that I look when I sing. I think I look so like weird and awkward. So I like never would record myself singing like video.
Mhm.
So the whole reason I like make those little videos is so that people have like a storyline, because I like, again, soundtracks. So I like
Yes.
try to take clips that like reflect the lyrics and make
For
it like a
sure.
little like a visual, like a
Mhm.
little story movie for my song,
For the
right? But I
song.
never
Yeah.
thought of like making something off the top of my head for like my own music. So I was like, oh, I thought I would just be making music in my room and like posting it wherever,
Mhm.
not like having like a full like production thing. So and tour. I never thought I would sing on a stage in front of
Got you.
people. Like I never in my life thought I would get to this point.
Understand.
It's actually affected the way that I write music now. Is like,
You think for the better or for the worse?
yeah, I
Or
mean it's definitely
okay.
widened my like perspectives, because I realized when I was like on stage, I was like, oh my god, all of my songs are kind of like hard to sing on stage, because like recording it in my room is so different from like singing it
Got you.
in front of people. And in with like music videos, I don't know why I haven't thought of like more like cinematically about when I'm writing like
Mhm.
visuals, but I'll just like think about it as like music. Cause like I don't know. But now that I've done both things, like being on stage and being in a music video, when I write songs, I think about those things like
For
simultaneously.
sure.
So it definitely helps with like the creative process.
It
So
comes so
like,
much more natural, I feel like, once you get into it, like, and what you see, like, where it can go. But I don't think anything's wrong with the animation videos, though. I feel like if you can, like, do both,
that's what I wanted.
they're
I
so
wanted to.
sick, man.
I really want to do like a fully. I mean, I kind of have one, but it's kind of just like a animation on like loop. But I want to do like a fully animated music video. But that's like, I feel like really ambitious and a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I think what I was saying before the break was when my first music video came out, I had a literal like mental breakdown, because I was like, this is the first time I'm breaking the fourth wall between like my audience and me singing, because they'd
Mhm.
never seen me sing before. And all of my videos have just been like animation, and they'd never seen me like on camera. So I was like really scared and like nervous for them to like see me as a person
Yeah.
singing my own songs. For like a while, I thought it would have been cool to like keep me like completely separate from my music, like have my music be like faceless, but
I
like
feel
still
you.
me. But
Mhm.
like separate. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, because I don't know. That was like my safe space. But I guess like people are really nice about it, so I'm like, oh, it's fine. But like that could have been cool
I think it could have been cool, too, and this is why I have to have a fangirl moment, over you
for
and
me.
just, like, my producer friends, because you guys are just, like, different. Because y'all really are in the most beautiful way. Y'all come from like behind the computer, and it's like that's even if it's just the studio, like that's the safety, like, and it
Mhm.
feels good. So when you have to put it out, like it's like I'm really it's like not that you're clearly a singer, but it's like you're like more of a product master, like, and that's I don't know. I think it's just like you want to keep it intentional and keep it right and like make sure
Mhm.
people receive it. But I just think you guys are geniuses. Like I could never really I'm like somebody was talking to me last night. He was like, "Don't you play guitar?" And I was like, I can't say that I play guitar. Like I'm just getting good at singing and writing and performing.
What are you
Like,
talking?
but no, but I mean like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like that's what I focus on. So it's
Uh,
like I'm like that I can say that I am. Like yeah, I'm an
mhm.
artist. Like I'm a writer. I'm a performer. guitar player, no. Like I could never say I was a producer or like I love to like arrange things after I've put things down and I can help the producer out. But I just think you guys are really good at what y'all do and it's fire. So it's like to put it out in the right way. I know you want to make sure it's correct and everything like that, but I don't know, man. You guys do things that most artists cannot do, like especially when you do both. And it's like I'm talking about you and Mitchell from Chase Atlantic. Like you guys are so good at producing and good at the music part. Yeah, a lot of folk can't do that. So it's like you just got. I mean, I know you know that, but like, yeah, man, it's a special thing.
Thank you.
Really,
I
really,
feel like
really special thing.
now though, there's like a lot more. I guess people not like in the like who are like huge in the industry, but like
Mhm.
I have a lot of friends who are like in the smaller, more underground who like produce all their own stuff, and they're like amazing. And I'm
Yeah,
like, aren't these people are not getting like the recognition I feel like that they should be getting.
understand.
Like, but yeah, that's why I also have imposter syndrome about that because I feel like I'm not the best representation of like producers who are also like singers and stuff.
Got you.
Because there's like so many much more talented people, but I'm like, it's yeah, I don't know.
It's working though. I mean, as long as you feel inspired and you feel okay about it, man, you just gotta keep doing that shit. I hate to keep bringing up the live show, but I really I think it's a vibe. Like you're, I mean, you
Oh
know, you're
my
just the whole
god.
vibe. So it works, man. It's gonna keep fucking growing.
Uh,
Like,
sorry, another thing that's like related because you brought up the live
yeah.
show thing, and we were talking about like how I never knew that I was gonna have like a music video, so I didn't know what to do, right?
Hmm.
Um, a very specific example of how like performing live has influenced my songwriting after like tour is so I had like the short verse of my little song like You Don't Like Me Like That,
Hmm.
but when I got back from tour, I was like so inspired. I knocked out like half of my album in
Got
like
you.
a month.
Yes.
So, but for that song, in my production, because I'll like make like the instrumental for a part and then I'll like sing over it.
Hmm.
Um, so I had like a part where like the drums kind of like there's like a break in the music,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, so whatever I record here is going to stand out a lot because it's going to be a lot of emphasis on whatever I say here.
Hmm.
And I was like, okay, now that I was on tour, because I saw Austin would do things with like his songs where he would like say the lyrics but like at the crowd.
Yes.
So he would like or he would like one of his songs was like if you really loved me you would get the fuck up, right?
Hmm.
So I was like that's so cool. I want to
Yeah.
do something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
like
That's real.
whatever I say here I wanted to give that same energy,
Hmm.
right? So I was like sitting at my desk and I was thinking I was like what can I sing here that would make the crowd go fucking crazy?
Hmm.
And I was like I could literally just say that. I could just say go fucking crazy.
100%.
But in the song I put it in the context of because the whole song's about me being upset that this like guy doesn't like me back.
Okay.
Or if he does, he's like not telling me if he does or doesn't, and I'm like frustrated, right?
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to say I just wanted to say go fucking crazy, so I put it in the context of he's making me go fucking crazy, but
Got
he's
you.
making me and then the music drops out and then I say go fucking crazy. So
Got
like
you.
if I'm on a stage I can like just yell that and it'll be part of the song, but it'll also work.
It would
It's
definitely
like
work.
and I never would have thought of that if I had not gone on tour with Waterpark specifically.
Yes.
So it's like crazy.
That's why you gotta go do it more too. I'm the same way, bro. I swear. Like I'll get off tour and I'm just like, you're so inspired, and you
Mhm.
see like the connection between the crowd with the songs. I'm just like, oh, I got 12 of these, like or however many, two or even like you know. I feel like with the music, I guess I've been touring for a while, but really in the past like 10 months or so, I really feel
The
really good
headline
at
tour is
yeah,
huge.
yeah, like even like the music, like being able to play Dial here on tour. It's just I just love that song so much. But
Me
like
too. I would listen to it
even
every day.
it's such a banger. I listen to it every day too. Respectfully, like I
Respectfully,
really
as you
do.
should. It's a
Like
good
I
song.
just like I love that damn song. But like I don't know, you just see what kind of works and whatnot. But then to be able to keep that integrity too of like, you know, what we're really trying to do, which is just make good songs too. But, you know, when you can fuck the crowd up, man, it just helps your life. You know, it just helps your career, I guess. Like I don't know. I love performing though. It's really
I can
fun.
tell.
Yeah, it's really fun
It
time.
like your like passion for it really shows. And I've like that's what I was like trying to like absorb that. I'm like, I need to learn how to do this.
Yes.
Because I'm so awkward. I was watching videos. I don't even stand like close to the people on stage.
Got you.
Like I stand so far back on stage because I'm so scared.
Mhm.
And you like see it, and I look so terrified. So I'm like, I at least need to like. I
We're
don't
just gonna
know.
keep arguing about this then, because I think it's such a vibe. I really do.
Not a
Like you're just
vibe.
like
No, because I don't know what to do
It's
with
cool
myself.
though. I'm telling you, bro. I judge performers. Like I hate to say that and sound like an asshole, but like I judge performers. Like I'm like, what are you doing? But like when it's a certain thing and it works, like it's cool because it's like nobody else can do that shit. It's true. Nobody else is gonna like get up there and like be Zeph. It's just like facts though. It's just like what it is, and like you're just applying them with a different. I think so. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. But it's cool
You're
though.
too kind.
Yeah. Uh,
I just feel like I don't know. I'm so awkward. I get so scared that people are gonna like Google like my performances. I'm like, please don't watch it.
yeah. No.
I'm
No.
not good enough yet. Like I'm still learning. Please, like I've only
No.
been
All
on a
of
stage maybe like
us.
total of like 8 times. Like please don't
Yeah.
judge
No,
me.
I got you. Hell no. Yeah. No. That's real though. I mean, honestly, I feel like I feel that. It's like, yo, don't judge me. Like this is just this is where I'm at right now. But you know, it'll be better.
I just
It's
feel like that's another place that like my imposter syndrome comes from. Is like I feel like since I can't perform well, I'm not like a real artist.
nope.
I'm like just like a little. I record in my bedroom.
It's not true. It's not true.
I know it's not true, but it's like
Mm-mm.
in my head. I'm like,
I
that's
got
what
you.
people want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I see all of my friends, even people who are like smaller artists than
Mhm.
me, like doing huge festivals, and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, am I doing something wrong? Like,
Bro, I
I don't
feel
know.
you. Every
It's
day, just like,
crazy.
what am I? What? No, I'm so petty, bro. Every festival that I see that I'm not on, I say, you guys are stupid.
You
But
should be on all of them.
mm,
I'm a
thanks.
firm believer in
I
it.
appreciate it. That's how I feel too. Can I hear a story about how you got into music? Sorry. Sorry, it was a bad intro, but I'm like, all right, give it to me, please.
The
Sorry.
lore,
Yes, the lore.
the start of all of this. So how I was talking about before how I started out doing art and I didn't like start singing until 2018, but I was like producing and whatever, doing all that. But it happened in 2018. Oh, what? Okay, I'll try to summarize because it's like really long. But I was doing art. It all ties in. The whole thing led up to me being here. Because when I was in college, at my before I dropped out, I was in AV office
Hmm.
and I was bored. And like I said, I was a Pam without a gym, so I was bored and I would draw on sticky notes. I would
Love
draw
that.
little tiny portraits on sticky notes instead of doing homework because I wasn't going to class, so there was no reason for me to do homework. So I started doing that, and then when winter break came around, because I was the only one that I knew who was in that school,
Hmm.
my break didn't line up with anybody else's, so I was bored all of winter break. I couldn't hang out with anybody. So I was like, okay, well, drawing on sticky notes was kind of fun, and I saw like a stack on my dining room table at my family's house.
Hmm.
So I just started drawing. I was like, what's something that like I was starting to burn out already. So I was like, what's something small that I could draw that like I don't have to take seriously, that's like easy, but like it'd be fun as like a creative exercise. And I was like, oh, vines, because
Yeah.
they're squares,
Mhm.
right? And sticky notes are squares. I'm like, it's perfect. I'll just draw like a frame from all like the funniest or like the most well-known vines.
Got you.
And I did that, and then I made I posted them on Twitter. I had like 200 followers on Twitter at this point, and it blew up. Like I had
Really?
like BuzzFeed days like articles written about me, and I gained 70,000 followers in like 2 weeks. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
We're getting gems here. I love that.
Thank you.
Wait, that's really fire though.
But this all leads up, like all of that leads up to like how I got here,
Got
because
you.
one of
I
the
love
drawings
that.
that I did, do you know the vine, the Chris is that a weed? I'm calling the police, 911 on the microwave with the
I'll
crayon.
be honest, I don't think I'm familiar with it.
Okay. Well, that was one of the ones that I drew.
Okay.
And then so basically, long story short, they found that vine.
Okay.
I mean, they found the post, and then we started talking, and that's my ex. Fast forward, but now backtrack.
Okay.
That's how we met. It
Okay.
was from that post. But so how I got into like writing music, because I had been writing like poems in high school, but I'd never sung like an original thing I've ever written like in my life.
Hmm.
So at the time when we first started talking, my ex had a girlfriend, and we were like,
Typical.
yeah.
Sorry.
We-
Sorry.
It's a conversation for another
Yes,
time.
it really is. Sorry.
I was jealous because I had a crush on them, but
Yes.
we were like we started out being best friends, but I had a crush, and I was like, I like admitted it, but then
Mhm.
I was like, okay, you have a girlfriend, I'm not gonna like do anything else.
Yeah.
I'll just be here, whatever.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
I was
Shoot.
still very petty though, because that one time they were showing me like a month into like us like being friends,
Mhm.
showing me what they did for their exes.
Would you hang out with both of them?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry.
this is the thing. We were all long distance. So I was in Maryland. My ex was in Colorado.
Okay.
And their girlfriend at the time was in Ohio, I think.
Damn,
so
okay,
we're
yeah,
all
you
over
guys
the
split.
place. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, so they showed me what they did for their anniversary, which was they're like, I'm gonna make her a whole playlist. Oh, sorry, I'm like all over the place. But
No,
she
you're
had a
good.
band camp where she would post like covers of songs, and she had one original song on her Bandcamp.
Okay.
And it was the only like song she's ever like posted that she wrote.
Mhm.
And then my ex was like, "Oh, like to make it like special for our anniversary, I'm gonna make a playlist, and then at the end of the playlist, I'm gonna record a cover, like a fully produced, because my ex did music too,
Okay.
like a fully produced cover, so like it sounds like a real song of her song, and put it at the end of the playlist as a surprise."
Kind of sweet.
Yeah, which is funny because for our 1 year anniversary, we did nothing.
Hmm.
Anyway,
I don't like this guy. Sorry.
no.
I'm taking that stance. I apologize.
But what was I gonna say? Oh my god, I'm blanking. No. So, because I had a crush on them, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to hear this. Like, I don't want to hear all this
Hell
cute shit
no.
you're doing for her.
Nah.
And then they played the song for me, like her original song and then the cover. And I was like,
yeah,
I don't want to hear this because like I still like you and you know that. I'm like, this is just like painful, whatever.
Yes.
But I didn't like say anything. But I was so pissed off that I took the song, her one and only original song, and I took it and the first song I ever wrote in my life was I wrote over her song. So like her chords and her like melody, I wrote my own lyrics and melody over her chords. So when you play them I still have it on my I still have it on my laptop. When you play them together, they like go together.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a duet, not a duet, but like like one song.
Yeah.
But
That's how you wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah, but my lyrics were like sort of just like a like a "you belong with me" type thing.
Understand.
Yeah, I mean, and it worked because we started dating like 2.5 months later. But
First off, I just want to say, do you understand how gangster that is?
it's so toxic.
It's so toxic, bro. I
It's so
love that.
toxic and petty.
Like to take another person's song who's with someone you like and then be like,
And then write over it, and then I sent it back. And I was like, well, I did this. And that was the first song I ever wrote in my
Wow.
life. And I sent it back, and I was like, oh, wait, that was kind of fun. So I just
Yeah.
kept doing it, and I kept writing songs because I never put like my poems to like music before. And I was like, oh, that was fun. So now I'm here.
I fucking love that shit. Can I ask? Did he was like, yo, yours is kind of better than?
No,
Okay, I got you.
I don't even remember.
How did you
really.
feel? Do you think it was better than their exes?
Not real. No, it was my sing. I didn't know how to sing back then. I was awful. If you like go back on my SoundCloud, it's awful. I could not sing.
I got you.
Like you can literally, if you listen to my stuff in like chronological order, you can like hear my voice like get better over time.
Yeah. Understand.
So that's another thing too with their like industry plan. I'm like, you can see my whole
I am
progression
working here
from like 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like how I started writing songs. So like
I
shout
love
out them.
Yeah, shout out them. Literally. Appreciate y'all. Also, to the homie, make sure for your next partner, you do something on your 1 year anniversary, I think. I think you should do that.
Yeah, take notes.
Yeah. Or even second day anniversary or just a random nice thing through the week, a nice letter or some flowers. That's what I try to do. But it's still hell though, life is hard.
I want to say so much stuff, but I can't say.
No, I feel you. I appreciate that story though. I love that shit. I love pettiness, man. It's what drives me because like you be around people and who are really good at what they do and like, yeah, I don't be petty about it, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna make something better. Like I don't know. That's petty though.
I have another little petty story, but I can't even tell the whole thing or say names because it's like. But basically, I wrote a song about someone who got like too famous to be friends with me anymore.
Okay.
And then I ended up playing the song about him on the same stage that I saw him play on.
Yes.
I can't even say like the part that makes it so funny, but it felt funny being like, I was a huge fan and I'm singing the song I wrote about you on the same stage.
It felt funny that it felt
circle.
good.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel you. I didn't know you were the petty queen. I love you
No,
even more now, bro.
there's so much more I like
This how
want
we
to
should have
talk to you
started the
about, but I
conversation.
cannot say it on camera
I feel
because
you.
it's like
I love that shit. Bro, I'm petty so much, man. I really am. It's like it's very toxic, but I keep it within myself. But like, I don't know. Well, I'll say this is my show. I feel like I won't say any names neither, but I saw an artist last night. We went to like we were at the MGK show, and like he had someone come on stage with him. He had a lot of like feature guests and stuff like that, and one of the artists who I love just sounded terrible. And I said, I'm all right. I'm doing good. And that's the pettiness. That's how petty I am. It was just really bad.
so I feel like I have no room to like judge.
I know. I should.
because
I'm an asshole.
No,
People think I'm nice. That's why I don't
no.
tweet. I'm really a dickhead. I really am, bro. That's why I'm like, y'all don't really want to know what I'm thinking. Like, it's not
That's
good.
the thing, though. I have like the same thoughts. I just don't say them because
Yeah.
I like to stay out of drama.
For sure, sames. But it was just too bad to not say. And we're here to make good art and move the world forward, you know, with what we're doing here. And I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that to us.
Don't do that.
Sorry. Well, Zeph, I love you so much, and I'm thankful for this conversation. And this is
Thank
the
you for
most that
having
we've talked. And I love you, and I love how petty you are, and I love how
I'll
talented
tell
you
you.
are.
We'll talk more about other stuff.
Okay, cool. Also, come to Lollapalooza.
Oh yeah,
Please.
I try if I can find a dog sitter.
If you can find a dog sitter and you're good, I'll make sure you get in, or I'm sure one of the homies will. But if you come, I'll take care of you. So let me know.
My first music festival ever.
It'll be fucking legendary. So many good acts, including the homies and including us. It'll be good. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for listening to Dwayne's World. Talk to y'all soon.